Hi, I'm going to start a new series called Immigration Enforcement Beyond the Headlines. I'm creating this series because I believe it's incredibly important to understand the facts behind what's happening with immigration enforcement in our country without the sensationalism you sometimes see in the news. In this first video, we're going to cover some fundamental terms and explain the basic legal framework. First, let's clarify what undocumented means in the context of U.S. immigration. When we talk about an undocumented individual, we're referring to someone who is in the United States without legal authorization. Now, this can happen for various reasons. Maybe someone entered without inspection, or perhaps they overstayed a visa. But here's a really important point. Being undocumented is primarily a civil immigration violation. It's not typically a criminal offense on its own. While certain related actions like illegally re-entering the country after being previously deported can be criminal, simply being undocumented usually falls under civil law. So, who is actually enforcing these immigration laws within the U.S. interior? The main federal agency you'll hear about is Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. Their job is to identify, arrest, and detain individuals they believe are in violation of these civil immigration laws. Another important agency is Homeland Security Investigations, or HSI. HSI is also part of the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, but they focus on investigating serious transnational crimes. You'll sometimes see HSI agents involved in enforcement operations alongside ICE. Both of these agencies, ICE and HSI, fall under the umbrella of the Department of Homeland Security, DHS. Now, on what legal basis do these agencies operate? Well, the Immigration and Nationality Act, the INA, is the federal law that grants these agents the authority to enforce immigration laws. When it comes to making arrests, agents typically use one or two types of warrants. There's an administrative warrant, which is issued by ICE itself. And then there's the judicial warrant, which is issued by a court. It's crucial to understand that the legal scope and judicial oversight of these two types of warrants are actually a very common point of discussion and legal challenge, particularly from civil rights advocates. Finally, a core concept in the U.S. legal system is due process. And it's really important to know that even undocumented individuals in the U.S. are afforded due process rights under the Fifth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. What does this mean? It means that they are entitled to certain legal protections. For example, they have the right to a hearing before an immigration judge to determine if they can be deported. They also have the right to present evidence in their defense and generally have the right to seek legal counsel. However, unlike criminal cases, the government typically does not provide an attorney at public expense for immigration proceedings. Understanding these foundational facts is absolutely essential for cutting through the noise and truly comprehending the complexities of immigration enforcement. I hope this first video has been helpful. Please stay tuned for our next video where we'll explore the reality of immigration raids themselves, what happens and what is publicly reported. Thank you for watching.